Oh man, nothing like a hootenanny. Thank you, thank you for that, Steve Forbert in the Bing Lounge with us. It's when I listen to your voice, I go, "Yep, that's Steve Forbert." Great to have you here, man.
Thank you, thank you. Nice to be here, however early in the day for me.
It's not ever musician time when the light of day is out there. Welcome to Portland. Have you been here through Portland a lot? I mean,
Oh, sure, many times in 30 years. Yeah.
Well, let's take in a little bit of history. There might be somebody here in the audience who doesn't know that much about you, so I wanted to touch in a little bit. You left your sweet home, Mississippi home, around, what was it, mid-'70s, and headed for New York City. You're a New York City boy.
Right, Meridian, Mississippi, and, looking to get started in all of this. And New York seemed like the place so that's where I went.
Yeah, big folky rock scene there.
Both. Still some remnants of the folk thing, so-called folk thing, Greenwich Village, and then at that time you had the CBGB's thing happening and so-called punk. So New Wave and Talking Heads and Blondie and the Ramones.
You got to be mixing in that stew a lot. Did CBGB's, was that a place that you went to?
Yeah.
To play?
I didn't know any better. I just... Someone might say, hey, man, acoustic guitar, stick to the folk thing this side of the Bowery, or
right,
this side of
village,
Broadway,
man.
Please. But I liked it all, and I went over to CBGB's and auditioned like any other place I was trying to get work, and it kind of worked out.
And you went by yourself. It's like, a young man of 21 doesn't know any better. He just goes, right?
I'm here by myself today.
You are. Things haven't changed at all. I love it. Woo! Give it up for Steve Forbert. Your signature song, Romeo's Tune, hit right when you're talking about the Talking Heads and New Wave and punk was going on. And here you come out with Romeo's Tune. It was a real standout because that kind of music was not really being made so much at the time. There was a whole new thing coming in.
Yeah. And records were, I guess you could say it was a folk rock record. The accent was definitely as much on the lyrics as the music. But, that's true of a lot of things in a lot of categories. But it was, I guess, the singer-songwriter thing. There wasn't a lot more of it. I would like to have had a couple more of those hit records. That was a good thing.
Well, that is definitely a signature song, and I just wanted to put that out for everybody, and I know that there are a lot of people who've loved it. And now I feel like you've been steadily making music. It's not like you've gone off somewhere and I don't know. You're a singer-songwriter guy, and that's been going for you. And now this sort of music that's central to you is back, right?
It is?
Americana, yeah.
Fantastic.
So you're right in time again.
Right.
I really love it. You do have a new album out there called Over With You. And I wanted to bring up the elephant in the room because when Steve was just getting going, you were crowned with hey, you're the new Bob Dylan.
Oh, that elephant.
Yeah. And I wanted to say that because I love the irony that your album, Over With You, was released like the day after that other guy's album was released.
No, actually the same day.
The same day. So that's
this time. This time we really coordinated everything and got it just right in sync. But yeah. Go ahead and say, we're talking about the guy who invented folk rock, Bob Dylan. Yeah, he's still at it too.
He's still at it too. So there's like a lot of indication. I'm not going to even ask you what you thought when you were crowned with that because it's like, really? I mean, there it is, the new Dylan, guys, right here on our stage. But I did want to talk to you just a little bit about your new record, Over With You. You got some great people working with you on that record, and among them is a guy that we really love, Ben Harper. How did you hook up with him? Had you been working with him before, or how did that happen?
The guy that produced the record, Chris Goldsmith, has worked with Ben, and Ben had a month booked in Hollywood. But there was a week that he had to do something else, and he offered it to Chris Goldsmith. And Chris said, and I were really planning to make this record somehow anyway. So it was what you say would be an opportunity. we were limited to like less than a week. But it was like, if you can go for it in the first week of April, Ben has offered us a week here that he can't use. And we had to pay for it.
It wasn't for free, right?
It wasn't for free, but it was a really, really good place that's kind of hard to just get into. It's a pretty busy place. So that was great, and I said yes. And then we got the musicians turned out to be excellent. So we had kind of like 3 days to make the record, but that's not a bad thing, really,
Yeah.
if you can pull it off.
Yeah, it's like long gone are the days where you go to the South Coast of France for 6 months. I mean, gotta make
Some
a
people
record,
might
right?
still do that. Yeah, they might, but that's not my budget,
Yeah.
and it kind of benefited from it because there wasn't a lot of overthinking, and that's probably good. The songs are ready, then they should be ready.
Right, ready. And
That's it.
so, again, congratulations on a new record and a wonderful career for you, Steve. Over with you. And we're really happy to have you here in the house today, even though it's not rock and roll time. Nice to have you here.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you. I didn't know that my style was back.
Everybody's copying it, man. I'm telling you.
Damn.
Everybody's doing it. It's Steve Forbert in the Bing.